Hey y'all, I'm Jorge, one half of Live Work Wander. Jessica is the other half, and she's behind the camera, monitoring audio and making sure that I look Hollywood, baby. If you're a subscriber, thanks for coming back and watching. If you aren't a subscriber, please subscribe. The button is right below. Every Thursday we release a video, and we have a lot of fun here. With that being said, roll the intro. With our weekend of camping in Yosemite checked off the old to-do list, we headed up to Sacramento where we made a number of appointments to have some work done to our van. We're at a hotel. Why are we at a hotel? Because we're getting a bunch of work done to the van here in Sacramento these next 2 days, and we need somewhere to work. Does that reason make any sense? Probably not. What you doing here, Giorgio?
Clearing out this shelf so that we can get some work done on it today.
Why don't you tell the fine folks at home what we're getting done?
We're getting Louis from Rhino Design Studios, who did our custom interior last year, to
Our custom interior in the other van.
To do a large cutout with sliding doors so that the stuff back here is more accessible. Because when our bedding is in here, it's impossible to open those doors.
Yesterday we did some off-roading near Yosemite, and I turned on the four-wheel drive and the rear locker, and then they wouldn't turn off. No idea why. So I gotta try to fix that before we get it to the shop this morning, because it's very difficult to drive when the locker is on. It appears I have discovered the problem. That actuator line right there is disconnected, and that would cause a vacuum issue. So we just got to get that connected back up, and there is a 72% chance that it'll work after I connect that. Let's see. We're headed to see Louis. We're headed to see Louis. Meet me at the crossroads. God bless you. I said, God bless you.
Thank you.
Louis is the owner of Rhino Design Studio in Sacramento, and I think that his main business is to make trade show displays. But the man is also an absolute wizard at making custom interiors for vanagons. However, all we wanted from Louis on this particular day was to have sliding doors made for our rear wardrobe cabinet in the van. And as always, Louis delivered. With that task out of the way, we hunkered down for the next few days in the hotel to get some work done, because we had a ton of client work to try to get done. When wouldn't you know it, one of our beloved followers on Instagram reached out to us and invited us to hang out at his house. That's Doug, everybody.
How's it going?
Doug let us hang at his house last night and take showers and sleep in his driveway, and now he's making coffee. Oh, he's gonna let us do laundry at his house, which I don't know what else I could ask for. This is pretty much like all the essentials, the basics, and the luxuries all wrapped up in one spot.
Perfect.
We get asked a lot about where we shower and how we do laundry on the road, and all those normal things that people do. Well, a lot of times we meet people online that invite us over to their place and they offer us most of these luxuries, and we really couldn't be more thankful. Check this out. I don't know if you can see this. See how crooked my arm is? You see that? That's a broken arm from 5th grade, jumping out of a swing to show off for a girl, because I was like, I'm gonna get this girl to like me by looking like Michael Jordan jumping out of a swing, and then I broke my arm like a dumbass. That's a true story, by the way. Oh look, you're crooked too.
I'm crooked.
Dude, and it's your left arm.
Yep.
I knew we were meant to be together. This has probably been the most unexpected part about living on the road, is all the amazing people that we meet and experiencing their generosity, hospitality, and openness. I did it. I did it. I think that's right. Time to get this bushiness taken care of. Look at this. What a disaster. Now look at that. You guys can actually see my face now instead of just my beard and a bunch of fur.
Man, you clean up nice.
Holy cow, look at you.
Hello.
Oh my goodness. You look kind of cute.
I know who's getting something. We got a lot of good stuff done in Sacramento, but alas, the time had come to head south towards Shaver Lake in the Sierra Nevada, where OverlandBound was having their annual off-the-grid rally. We set out from Sacramento around rush hour and the van was running like a cheetah. Until it wasn't. We got a massive coolant leak. We had to pull over on the side of the road because we were overheating like crazy.
How in the hell did we end up empty?
Shit.
What you doing under here?
Yeah, just this entire hose, the rubber hose came off of the stainless steel hose, just completely off of it, and we were just spilling coolant everywhere. I'm trying to get it all tightened up. It wouldn't be us going somewhere that something didn't go slightly wrong, I guess. We had to get the van towed off the freeway, and from there I called an Uber to cart me all around Sacramento looking for the right kind of coolant for our van and distilled water. After mixing the coolant, bleeding the system, and pouring in new coolant, we were finally back on the road. Remember back in episode 5 when I talked about how I couldn't even change the oil when we first hit the road? Well, the synchro build may have been awful and stressful and frustrating and all those things, but without the knowledge that we learned from that experience, we would have never figured out how to fix our coolant hose, we would have never known how to bleed the system, and we wouldn't have been able to get back on the road. You know, 3 years ago, we would have shrugged our shoulders and just been towed to a shop and missed out on the weekend. So we've come to Shaver Lake to hang out with the folks at the Off the Grid rally put on by OverlandBound. And I don't know what all the events are, I don't know what the itinerary is, but there are a lot of rigs here, a lot of good people, and I think that we're doing some crazy off-road trail up to the top of a mountain today. I'm not sure, but that's what I think is happening. We've gotten our synchro as ready as we can get it. So let's see what happens.
Here's Michael coming running.
Listen to that badass.
Listen to it. Spaceship.
How are you guys doing?
Good, we're so excited to see you.
How are you guys running now?
Pretty good.
Yeah?
Still not dialed in, but you know, that's
still not peeing on the freeway.
not peeing on the freeway.
That was like, flash, flash, flash. What the hell? We opened it up and it was completely empty.
Oh my
And then
goodness.
we re-pour it and it just all comes out the bottom.
Well, it did it. Your warning lights did its job.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. Which is
Come on up, have a cup
exciting.
of coffee. We look at this guy. We've heard that. Yeah.
Hi.
I might have just
Hey, are you rolling?
I am.
Man, like I haven't seen your rig. Look, it's already gathering a crowd.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
The sound it makes. It's bad.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just like.
Especially when
I
you
love
guys
it.
speak for the trail.
Why don't you tell us what's going on?
We are in a caravan here with a bunch of rad overlanding vehicles, and we are on our way to the trailhead for Bald Mountain.
It's the dream.
These here are made by Ston. You just put them on the tire and it automatically begins to air them down. They're really great. They're a little pricey, but they're really great.
Swag out on the flow, nay, real quick, hit that elbow and get that from Mario. Lean with a rock with the whip, go, wait. Swag out on the flow, nay, real quick, hit that elbow and hit that from Mario. Lean with a rock with the whip, go, wait. Swag out on the flow, nay, real quick, hit that elbow and.
Yep, you got it.
Lean with a rock with it. Lean with a rock with it.
So I'm getting ready to head up. There's a really gnarly section of trail here. The guy in front of me is in a stock 4Runner and he's been stuck there for about 8 minutes or so, and they're having trouble getting him up, and we've already had some issues getting up this little hill. I'm just not quite used to feathering the throttle this way and using a low range like this. It's really nerve-wracking. I'm afraid to break something or to smash something. So anyhow, we're gonna try to do it and see what we get.
You got the rocks here, and then in the second section, you've got the rocks. I know Bill already talked to you. You probably want to keep your momentum going forward. You may have to really throttle it, yeah. If it gets too dramatic, we'll start over.
Just take a couple deep breaths, roll your shoulders back, man.
Swag out on the flow, nay, real quick, hit that elbow and get that from Mario. Lean with a rock with the whip, go.
Oh,
No, Chaz, get out there!
oh.
Stop.
Well, we tried to go up the first gatekeeper on the road to Bald Mountain, and we snapped an axle. The good news about that is that we got very specific types of axles, and they are designed to snap before something in the transmission breaks. So the fact that this snapped means that we didn't ruin our transmission. If we'd had the bigger axles in, we might have just tore up our transmission and had to do another rebuild for the third time, but that didn't happen. At least not that I know of. The axle snapped, so that's good news.
How we doing?
It's hot, I'm thirsty, but we got all the CVs off the back. Turns out we broke both axles actually, on the driver's side and passenger side. Snap clean off. I'm thinking that because they snapped off, we should be okay. Transmission wise, that is. So here's what happened today on the trail. We snapped 2 axles clean off. Now, why did it do that? When you're going up a hill or going over an obstacle, your CV axles, which is what this is, tend to twist like this, okay? And when you put a lot of force on them, when you put a lot of torsion, that's called horizontal torsion, right?
It's a torsional load on a straight shaft.
Physics, y'all. A torsional load on a straight shaft, it flexes. Now, with the stock axles that the Vanagon comes with, this is 2 of them, but you can see they're way thicker. See the difference? They're way thicker. So when you've got that sort of torsion on those axles, what ends up happening is the transmission breaks long before that axle is gonna break. And what we did, because we didn't want to break a transmission off-roading, is we got these special axles that have a lot of twist in them. So when you twist on an obstacle like we did today, and it's too much load for this axle, it just snaps. Made a loud crunching sound and popping, and it was bad, but our transmission is fine. We got back here with no issues. Look, here's the thing. Here's what's great about it is when
The transmission's good.
the transmission's good. That's
what's
great.
great.
That's the best thing about it. But when we started building this rig, we wanted to try to do as much as we could to prevent crazy things from happening. And when one of the guys told me, hey, you should get these axles, when the owner of this company said, hey, you should get these axles so you don't ruin your transmission on the trail, I said, hell yeah, let's do that, because I would much rather that break over a transmission. And sure enough, his suggestion panned out. This is broken, the transmission isn't. This is $200 to fix, a transmission, $3,000. You do the math. So,
Awesome.
yeah, so it worked out.
It did what it was supposed to do.
It did exactly what it was supposed to do. You never plan for things to break. I think
if they do,
yeah,
you have a real good viable plan to get out of it.
correct, yeah, for
And
sure.
I think
To get out of that failure.
Yeah, and I think today, really showed that in this particular situation.
Yeah, absolutely. And another thing that we did too was we put a solid shaft on the front diff so that if this ever happened, we could still drive in one-wheel drive.
Using the front.
And it worked.
Using the front, and it worked. It got us.
made it here.
It got us down the mountain. We were doing 40 miles an hour. It got us out of a pickle. So
Excellent.
yeah, man, it worked out. I'm
Good job, you
pretty
guys.
proud. I'm pretty proud of today.
You
I mean,
should be.
it's pretty shitty, right? We didn't get up to the mountain. You want to get up to the mountain. You want to complete the trail. But the purpose of doing this today, Jessica, right, was to test the van and
Yeah.
to see what it could do.
To test the van while we had a support system and people to give us some guidance and,
And it's all about learning too.
Yeah. Cool. All right, cut.
Get a
guys.
straight-on shot of him so we can put him on the video.
Yes.
Save the rig.
Save the rig.
This is good for something. Ballast.